Well, we're saving lives. We're saving lives. So everybody back there laying on one of those tables is saving a life. They just don't know whose life they are saving. But on a daily basis, our doctors and nurses see people in the emergency room, illness, injuries, and blood is so necessary for their care to save their life. So this is something that the Red Cross does very well. And we want to know when our friend or us are in that situation that there's going to be blood available. And I'm so thankful that we've got a steady stream of people coming in here to make sure that that blood bank is filled. People get to come over here, they get to see the inside of Nissan Stadium, the heart of Nashville, see the home of the Tennessee Titans, and save a life all in one day. So whether it's the police department, fire department, or the sheriff's office, we're competing for Nashville. And so this is a friendly competition, but we're going to do what we can to win. But the real winners will be those people in need in those hospitals suffering some illness or some life-threatening injury.
In light of all the recent tragedies, how important is it for the community to see officers, firefighters out here today giving back?
Well, I think that everybody in the community needs to see our police officers. We remain alert, we remain vigilant. So whether it's the fire department, the police department, or the sheriff's office, we're on the job. And these recent events just emphasize the importance of the work that the men and women out there on the street, whether it's a police officer, whether it's someone in the fire department rescuing you from some automobile crash, or whether it's the sheriff's office providing the care that they provide. They're all necessary and vital functions, and Nashville has a lot to be proud of in those public safety personnel that are out there on the first responders on the streets.
Chief, with everything that's going on, I mean, luckily we haven't had anything like that happen here in Nashville, but I mean, are you guys doing anything differently?
Well, I think we're doing more of what we do every day. Our officers are trained to be vigilant. Our officers are trained to be alert. Our officers are trained to respond in a safe manner. So that is just being re-emphasized over these few days to making sure that we're on our game, that we in fact adhere to our training, and that we remain vigilant and cautious.
Facebook, Twitter, I've seen a lot of outpouring of support. I mean, letters, people buying officers, firefighters, all departments, meals. I mean, just what's your take on the outpouring of support from the community here?
You know, I think what you're seeing with that outpouring of support for the community is just people being prompted to express what they're feeling every day. The citizens of Nashville are really supportive of all the public safety workers on the streets, and I think this just prompts people to step forward and express that support. That's the support we see every day. You're just seeing it in a more visual way over the past few days.
Chief, you've been to this event before. We've been to this event before. When you look back, I know we kind of touched on it a second ago, but when you look back, everything that's happened, this event, this particular drive, how is it different for you to be here today?
Well, I think that the events that we've seen over the past few days just emphasize the need for that blood to be readily available. And we're so proud that the Tennessee Titans are hosting us right here in Nissan Stadium. That further emphasizes their community support. It emphasizes the support of the community, and you see the crowd gathered behind you waiting to give that blood.
Chief, I mean, we're hearing about these things, it seems like every couple of days now. Now we're hearing that police officers are literally being called out in ambush in some cities. I mean, what's your reaction be for something like that?
Well, obviously, when I hear something like that, I am, one, so disappointed, two, so concerned about what goes on here in Nashville. So yesterday, Chief Johnson and I spent a lot of time talking about what we need to do here in Nashville, shoring up the procedures we have, making sure that our officers out there on the street have the support that they need. So events like this just emphasize our need to, again, follow that training, to be vigilant, to call on the community for support, to report suspicious activity, so that we can, in fact, take whatever action needs to be taken.
And you guys have sensitivity training, right?
We do. So part of our training and recruit training and ongoing in-service training is working with the community, cultural awareness, sensitivity. So our officers are well trained, and they respond so very well on a daily or hourly basis out there on the street.
library tonight? Library tonight?
Okay. Tonight is an example. Tonight, we have a Citizens Police Academy. That's just citizens that we gather from all across Nashville and expose them over a several week, once a week night to what goes on in the police department. Tonight we'll be going over to the public library to meet in the Civil Rights Room upstairs. If any citizen of Nashville has not been to that room, you should take a visit. The room emphasizes what went on back here in Nashville in the 1960s. In the 1960s, Nashville was a leader in the Civil Rights movement, and you'll see a recreation of a lunch counter that played an important part of what went on in that civil rights movement. And library personnel conduct what is a very good tour of Nashville in the 1960s, the civil rights movement, and bringing us up to where we are today. So our citizens in that Citizen Police Academy will get that tour tonight. We do that with every police recruit class, and we're starting our in-service classes, rolling them through there over the next couple of years.
Could you talk about community policing? I know I talked to some community leaders, and they were saying that it's really kind of set precedent, or I mean, basically it should be used on a national model. I mean, basically for what Nashville does here, I think it works really well.
You know, several years back, we decentralized our operation and we moved everything out to the precincts. So each precinct is pretty much a police department in a neighborhood. So we try very hard to be a neighborhood police department. Each precinct has a community coordinator. We have community events. I met with a couple of pastors this morning from various congregations asking what they can do. And so we're making sure that our community coordinators visit those congregations and do whatever we can to make this one big community, putting together all of the 636 neighborhood groups we have and all the communities across Nashville. Nashville is the 25th largest city in the United States. We think of ourselves as a small town, and in other places when I'm asked, I point out that Nashville is the largest small town in America, and we all work together, and no community is pitted against another community, and we think that this police department helps bind Nashville together to make it what it is.
Do you think on a national level that what we're doing here could be used and implemented throughout other departments?
I think that any police department could learn from what we do here, just like that we learn from other police departments. I attend various meetings throughout the year where I'm sitting with the chiefs from the 73 largest cities, the United States, Canada, and Great Britain, and I steal every idea that I can to bring it back here to Nashville, and I hope they're stealing from us as well.